Hey there, friends. Lindbergh, your Bad Couch Guru, and today we're going to talk just a little bit and give you the 101 on that concept of if I'm exercising and in the moment I'm feeling pain or significant discomfort, is that pain I'm feeling something that is okay for me to continue to work through? Or is it something where I actually need to stop because I'm injuring myself, right? Sometimes it's kind of a little bit tricky. So we're going to give you just a couple of very high level tips and things to think about that will help you when you start exercising, figure out what is the right thing for you. So today I'm going to use the example of walking, but this can really apply to anything: swimming, biking, in the weight room, group fitness. It really does apply, but just to make it simple for you to think about, we're going to talk about walking. And I'm going to use two different examples. I'm going to use knee pain and lung pain, cardiovascular, or, breathing, lung pain. Okay. So here we go. Let's pretend we're new. We're trying to get back into exercise. We're going out for a walk. We're finally putting on those, clothes that just don't quite fit anymore to go out and go walking in because you haven't gone out and bought clothes that fit yet. And you got your old tennis shoes, you've dusted them off. So you're already going out the door, just thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do this. And here I go. And I'm really not looking forward to it, but I want to give this thing a try. Okay, that's where we are. So you're out, you're going for a walk. Walking. And after a couple of minutes, your left knee starts hurting. And you're like, oh, come on, knee. I don't want my knee to hurt. It's that old injury that's back again. You're starting to feel it. And you think, I don't want to give up. I want to exercise. I know I need to exercise. I want to enjoy exercise, but now my knee is in pain. And so you decide to walk a little bit more. And you start walking, and you keep walking. And after a couple of minutes, that knee pain, it goes away. And you're not feeling it anymore. And it's like, ta-da, the sky's open, the sun shines, you're able to walk and your knee doesn't hurt. That is so awesome. Okay, so your journey hasn't stopped there yet. But here's the rule of thumb. Joint pain is something you always want to pay very, very close attention to. Joint, tendons, ligaments, and basically everything that's not your muscles, you really want to pay attention to. If you have some joint pain, and after you walk for a little while, it kind of works itself out and you're not in pain anymore, you are probably, not guaranteed, probably okay to keep going. Then, step number 2 for you in that case is when you get home, I want you to rest or not do a big walk like that again for a minimum of 24 hours. And I want you to keep that knee moving, just keep bending it and moving it, stretching it, walking around the house, but don't go for a great big walk again. And 24 hours later, in that time, be hyper aware. How is your knee doing? What is your knee trying to tell you? Is it telling you that this was okay? Is it trying to tell you it was too much? Is it telling you something's wrong? Okay, pay close attention to that. Okay, now you're out for your walk. And you're walking. That left knee hurts a little bit, but then it works itself out and it's all good. And then you walk some more and you walk some more. Now your right ankle starts hurting. And you're like, oh, crud. And you think, nope, I'm just going to walk through it a little bit, see how it does. So you keep walking, starts hurting a little more. And you keep walking. And now your right ankle is saying, yow, wait a minute. I really need you to stop. And the pain is getting worse and worse. Okay. Now that pain is getting worse and worse in a joint. That's when you know, ding, if I'm new to this and I'm trying a new activity, I need to stop. But it doesn't mean I can't walk ever again. What I do then is I go home and I do the same exercise. I spend a full 24 hours being really aware of that right ankle and I keep it mobile. I do as many circles with my ankle as I can. I, just walk around the house. I don't stay sedentary, but I don't go for a great big walk on that ankle again. Within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to know pretty well if your ankle is okay, or if you need to give it a couple more rest days, or if something's screwed up with it. Yeah. So that's the difference between how you identify what's going on. Because here's the trap people get in so quickly when it comes to walking or jogging with their ankles, their knees, and their hips especially, is their spirit. You get excited. You want to do this. You want to get out and finally exercise. You're finally motivated enough to get out the door and do this. By golly, like you're going to do this, right? And it's really actually in that moment, really hard to stop. And it's so easy to do too much. But if you're very aware of what's happening with your joints and you give yourself time to let your body slowly over months, yes, months, months, adjust to this new behavior you're giving it, adjust to this new exercise. After you build a base of a few months, magically, for most of us, your body's going to have a really strong base. You will have actually built it up. And then your body will really be able to start doing more, and you will be light years ahead of the game than if you had pushed through and gotten an ankle injury or a knee injury right away. So that's really the rule of thumb there for the ankle and the knee. You walk a little bit. If it works itself out, you're probably okay. You walk a little more, it gets worse and worse. You probably need to stop and really pay attention to what's going on there. And even if you have a joint issue, it doesn't mean you're lost forever. It doesn't mean you can't do this. It just means you have more to figure out in order to be able to do it, and where we get a little more specialized and look at like what's really going on with you. Same thing with your lungs, right? If you're breathing heavy and you're walking and you're really, getting a big breath of air and you're like, okay, I'm breathing. That's great. It's totally uncomfortable. If you're out of shape, it sucks. It doesn't feel good. Let me tell you. I like all these people who tell you, oh, it'll feel great. When you exercise, it'll feel great. And you'll be so happy. Like, no, not at first. Not at first when you're figuring all this out. This is what a lot of people who've been in shape their whole lives just don't even realize, is how miserable it is to get going at the beginning. And when you're miserable, like, that's hard. Okay, I digress. So if your lungs, though, if you start feeling in your bronchial tubes kind of scratching, or if you really feel your lungs themselves hurting, or if you have asthma and it gets triggered, those are all different, where you can take yourself past the point of pain to where you're actually hurting your lungs. So there, but just heavy breathing, a little bit uncomfortable, totally fine. So there we go, friends. What I want you to do is, if you have not done cardio, if you have not gone out and gotten your heart pumping and gotten in some exercise in a long, long, long time, I know it's hard to get back into it. So take this little rule of thumb and know that you're going to be good to your body when you go out there. Because you're going to go out there and you're going to listen to your body, and you are going to go out with an open mind and maybe only go one block. Maybe only go to the mailbox and back. But that is your success, because you're going to listen to your body and keep doing it and let your body slowly catch up with what it can do. So then you'll blink and be able to do so much more than you ever thought possible. I've seen it so many times. I really, really want to see it happen for you too. So, my dear friends, pain versus injury is all about paying attention. Okay, friends, if you want a little more help getting that part figured out, head on over to couchtoactive.com. Set up a coaching session with me. I will talk you through this and get you set up for success. confidently in a way that will help you smile. Head on over couchtoactive.com.